You keep getting pregnant back to back to back, having abortions back to back to back. You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
What?
In the official suspension order issued by the Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission, they said the conduct of Claressa M. Shields, a licensed professional boxer, constitutes an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of professional boxing.
O'Shea, now that you look back at it, do you think that she was kind of like you guys for her father?
yeah, I mean, I can't look at it no other way. You got deceived by your coach. You knew it was some type of sickness with that. You think it's a joke. Fought pregnant a couple of times. The spiritual part of what I would see in that basement, I didn't understand what my gifts were at the time, and I was like, that was bothering me. So I thought I was going crazy.
Because this basement was where
everybody was basically being tortured.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were sleeping down there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you want to talk about what happened in the basement? And
you said that out loud.
Yeah, I was like, you want to talk about what happened in the basement? And I was like, that's not what you said in the basement. He got even more angry. He was like, you're not going to do that to me in my gym. Like, just yelling now.
Remy Ma's prayers are finally getting answered, y'all, because word on the street is Papoose is already planning to dump Claressa after she terminated her pregnancy without his knowledge. Apparently, Claressa recently got pregnant, but she went to the clinic and scrapped it out with the quickness. It turns out this isn't Claressa's first rodeo with terminating a baby. She has allegedly terminated a few pregnancies in the past, including the one she had for her former trainer, Tony Harrison. All this tea was spilled by her messy ex-bestie, Jada Davis, and she claims that Claressa recently got pregnant by Pap, but just like the other pregnancies, she sent that baby right to the heavens and didn't tell Pap about it until she was done. Pap is not having it, and now he's planning on dumping and exposing her. Now, if you're wondering where all this even started from, well, it started a few days ago when Claressa tested positive for after her fight with Danielle Perkins. Apparently, they tested her saliva after the match and they found out that she was drowning in marijuana prior to the fight, even though she knew marijuana was prohibited. Claressa denied this and she appeared on the Tamron Hall show to tell us her side of the story. She said she didn't smoke marijuana a day and hasn't even smoked it a day in her life. But she believes that the reason why she had traces of it in her system was because she had come into contact with people after the fight who had smoked it, and she ended up getting traces of it without realizing.
You do the saliva, thinking nothing.
Nothing.
Usual standard business practice here.
Yes.
It comes back positive for what they describe as trace amounts of marijuana, which is banned by the Michigan Commission,
Yes.
that league. You say, and you've said it to our audience, you have never smoked marijuana before, ever.
No.
How does the test come back positive?
Well, after the fight, a lot of fans, well, one, the place reeked of marijuana. I have nothing against marijuana. If you smoke marijuana, great for you. Cool. But the place reeked of marijuana. And then before I got to do the mouth swab, I was hugging and everybody was hugging and kissing me in Flint. Everybody felt like they're my cousin, sister, brother, friend. So
You're the hero of Flint.
Yes, everybody was hugging and kissing me. And I know some boxers don't stop and greet the fans, but I'm not one of them. I hugged and kissed everybody back.
Okay.
So,
right. And that is relevant because you did the urine test after that.
Yes.
And you posted the results of your urine test, the urine test that was submitted, which was negative for marijuana.
Yes.
And you captioned it, "I've always competed clean. I stand by that. I take my integrity seriously inside and outside the ring." I do want to point out to the audience, according to the Journal of Analytical Toxicology, urine tests are better for long-term detection, while saliva tests are better for detecting recent use. That said, another study in the Journal of Analytical Toxicology found that inhaling secondhand smoke is one reason a person can have a false positive swab.
Now, while all this was going on, and Claressa was fighting for her career, her ex-BFF Jada Davis decided to come out and expose some dirt on her, including some demonic activities that Claressa has allegedly been indulging in. and how she apparently got multiple abortions for multiple men in her life. Jada claimed that when Claressa was still underage, she was getting intimate with her former coach, Tony Harrison, without protection, and ended up getting pregnant by him more than once. Not only that, but she allegedly also caught a few illnesses that she had to spend thousands of dollars into treating. Jada said Claressa terminated multiple pregnancies for her coach, but she kept going back to get her kitty stretched by him right after she was done healing.
You kept having sex with him underage. You knew it was wrong. You knew it was some type of sickness with that. You think it's a joke. You keep getting pregnant back to back to back, having back to back to back.
She also accused Claressa of fighting while pregnant and starving herself for days so that she can control her weight before the fight. Jada claims that this happened around the same time she was fighting Hannah Gabriel. According to Jada, she was pregnant the whole time and was also severely starving herself just so no one would notice how much weight she was gaining.
You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
what? Whoa. Slide back, bro. Whoa. She fought pregnant?
Yeah, Hannah Gabriel. Yeah, that's why she got dropped. Yeah. She ended up getting back up and winning a fight, but that's why she got dropped.
She was pregnant?
She was pregnant, and she didn't eat for 3 days straight prior to fight day.
Trying to make weight,
but you're pregnant.
My goodness.
Oh, girls do that. They do that. They do.
So girls fight all the time pregnant?
Yep, all the time.
Now, the thing is, prior to Jada coming out with all this alleged tea, Claressa actually went live to talk about how one of her friends that she used to kick it with had called her to complain about her ghosting ever since she got big in the industry. At the time, Claressa didn't mention the name of the supposed friend, but after Jada made that video exposing Claressa, people are now convinced that Jada was the one she was talking about in that previous live.
One of my friends was I guess she told me, since she haven't seen me for a while, that me and her aren't. She don't look at me as being her friend no more. But the last time I seen her and we got to eat, we was damn good friends, talking about all that personal shit. Now she's saying that since she haven't seen me and she haven't heard from me since December, I've been getting ready for a fight, promoting the movie, training, doing all this stuff, and she gonna tell me that now she don't think that me and her friends no more. That's why she felt the need to comment on some bullshit about me up on social media. And I said, okay, that's cool. I'm glad you let me know that you think that we're not friends, or that you felt that we're not friends no more because we haven't talked in however long you talking about. Man, I unfriend her ass on everything. Somebody said, can you call me? I ain't even gonna call her.
Claressa saw everything Jada was saying about her, and she quickly ran to address it because this mess was beginning to blow up. And if she didn't address it, it was going to make things even more difficult for her. There was clearly an agenda to take her down. And these wild claims Jada was making were making it worse for her. Claressa said Jada even accused her of SA at one point, but that was all a lie. She says Jada has multiple mental health illnesses, and she usually makes up these wild things about people whenever they fall out.
How it didn't, how our friendship didn't work out, or how stuff happened, whatever. But to that person who's saying that I jumped them and attacked them, and even as far as them things like rape and molestation and all this stuff, this is a message from that same person 1 year ago that I have not responded to. And she wrote me she sent this voice memo on Facebook last year around June, July. I never responded to it because I'm trying to keep her away from me. I don't want to talk to her. Everybody who comes around her, she spins the story and does this exact same thing. Accuse them of rape, accuse them of trying to do stuff to her, accuse them of hating her, disliking her, wanting to be her. And I know for a fact that this person has mental issues, schizophrenia, and she's bipolar. But this is the voice memo that she sent me a year ago. For her to say I did all these crazy things to her, this is what she sent me. And this when I knew she's obsessed.
I say all that to say, I've been having dreams about you.
I've been having visions about your personal life. And I'm like, God, why are you telling me her business? This ain't none of my business. Please, just do what you need to do for your daughter. Because she does believe in you. Do what you need to do for her. I don't know why you let me know. I ain't want nothing to do with that. But I'm an intercessor, which means when I pray, I see visions. And I don't want to. And that's why I'm going to say this. People, yes, she has a mental illness, but then she's using God. And that God showed her this, God showed her that. And she's on YouTube saying the same things about me, but making up lies. Using God to make up lies and talk bad about a person. That's insane, and she is obsessed, but I'm about to keep letting it play out.
Now, when Claressa addressed this, it made things even worse for her because it felt like she actually wasn't addressing the things Jada said. She was more focused on trying to make us think Jada is crazy instead of denying those abortion allegations. She was on that live for over 20 minutes, and not once did she address the claims Jada made about her getting intimate with her former coach. One person said, "You're not addressing the facts." Another person said, "Man, she said something to say nothing. Are those accusations true or not?" That woman didn't say anything incriminating about Claressa. There's something more between them, something more personal. Right after this live, Claressa sent Jada a cease and desist, but baby, this Jada girl is crazy. Because if anything, that cease and desist set her off even more, and she jumped right back on IG Live with more allegations. She said Claressa was a demon, and that she has allegedly been contacting her family members to intimidate them so that she'll be forced to apologize.
Now, like I said, I don't care about what you and your little legal team do. Not taking down no videos. I'm not saying allegedly. I'm not saying any of that. You're an evil person and you really need help. You're a demon at this point. Because for you to sit there and you're always trying to silence somebody, you smack the messenger to take the podcast down, whatever the case is. You're always trying to like silence somebody. You're very controlling. It's giving Jezebel, it's giving narcissist. That's just what you are. You're evil. So it's weird for you to sit there and do all of that, knowing what you did. Because let's be for real, if somebody really did not do anything, you wouldn't be telling my dad she can call me to apologize. But you're slow. So we already got that down pat. You're slow as all get out. I have no respect for you.
And as if things couldn't get any worse, rumors also started going around that Claressa was pregnant by Papoose too. But just like the alleged pregnancies she had for her former coach, she got rid of it too and told Paps after she had already terminated the baby. Now, even though a lot of people were shocked by this, it really isn't surprising that Claressa will be hesitant to have kids because she has actually been saying it for a while that she has no interest in bringing kids into the world because of the trauma she went through with her parents. Claressa said having kids wasn't in her plans, but if she ever decided to have them, she was gonna have to do it with her husband. And we all know that she ain't married to Pap. In fact, Pap is still technically married to Remy, and until Remy accepts to sign those divorce papers, he cannot marry Claressa. Word on the street is this is why Remy has been holding back on signing those divorce papers. However, Claressa is now clearing the air and debunking those rumors about Pap dumping her because she terminated his baby. And she said she isn't pregnant, nor did she terminate any baby, but if she does get pregnant at some point, she'll tell us about it just like she did when she and Pap started dating.
I never even went viral for shit like boxing, how I go viral for the shit that's been going on now. So now that I'm getting to the nitty gritty, therefore, you guys, no, I am not pregnant. If I was pregnant, I would announce it to the whole world like I did when me and Papoose came out. I will let you guys know, okay? It would be our internet child, okay? I would expect all y'all to send me money and buy diapers and clothes, and I would do a live gender reveal, all that. We would all be together in this. So no, I am not pregnant, and when I find out that I am, I will let you guys know. Okay? So no, I'm not pregnant.
I'm not pregnant.
According to the streets, this really had Remy in her feelings because she was hoping the rumors were true so that she can use this as an opportunity to sneak back into Pap's life. As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said that best friend tried to spill Claressa's tea, but she made herself look jealous and hateful. And this is why people of age don't do friends, because with friends like this, who needs enemies? Shaking my head. Another person said, get a restraining order on her. She's obsessed with you. Be careful out here. The more you become successful, you're gonna have crazy people coming out the darkness to attack you. You just can't be friends with everybody nowadays. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Claressa allegedly getting pregnant by Pap? And do y'all believe she really terminated multiple pregnancies? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.